After 60, you might just have a different perspective on relationships and love. Have you ever woken up feeling worn out from the emotional strain of being in a relationship rather than from physical labor? You may have sacrificed, made concessions, and adjusted for years in order to maintain harmony, but you secretly question whether you would be better by yourself. According to society, we must have a companion as we age. The idea that love is necessary at every stage of life is repeated in literature, movies, and even by family members. However, what if that isn't the case? What if a relationship after 60 takes away your independence, depletes your vitality, and even makes you feel more alone than you would if you were alone? Many seniors find that the tranquility of being single outweighs the difficulty of sustaining a complex relationship. Our priorities change with age. We have worked, raised families, and made concessions for others for decades. However, these years ought to be spent living freely and according to your own terms. What if, in reality, relationships at this point in life provide more loneliness than connection, more financial strain than security, and more stress than happiness? Consider this. Have you ever been stuck in a relationship that no longer made you happy? Have you ever had a dream in which you wake up and do as you like, without regard for the needs of others? If you remained single, would your life be simpler, more content, and more tranquil? In this video, we'll look at 5 compelling arguments for why it could be the best course of action to remain unmarried after 60. Let's get started. Please remember to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below if you think these ideas are helpful. Let's begin. Just picture waking up every morning, free of commitments, compromises, and emotional burdens. There are no conversations, no grievances, and no changing to the mood of others during the first sip of your coffee. Just tranquility. This is the subtle pleasure of being unmarried after 60. Relationships need ongoing bargaining for many people. You may enjoy reading a book, going for a walk, or simply spending your mornings in solitude. However, a partner may choose background noise, discussion, or a rigid schedule. Your personal space is suddenly taken away from you. Making concessions becomes into a daily struggle, and minor arguments begin to erode your tranquility. Then there is the issue of well-being and health. As we get older, we should concentrate on the things that really support our mental, emotional, and physical well-being. Anxiety, hypertension, or even depression might result from a strained relationship. While solitary people frequently experience lower stress levels and better emotional balance, studies have shown that toxic or unfulfilling relationships can have a severe influence on mental and physical health. You can concentrate on your interests, self-care, and happiness rather than arguing, miscommunication, or trying to live up to someone else's expectations. Financial stress is another unspoken cost of partnerships after age 60. Perhaps you have saved for retirement through hard work throughout your life. However, what if a partner expects you to provide for them, has debt, or mismanages money? One of the main sources of marital stress, particularly in later age, is arguments over money. You have complete financial control while you're single. Without worrying about the customs or expectations of others, you are free to spend or save as you see fit. Not to mention the strength of independence. Traveling, picking up new skills, or even moving to a place they've always wanted to call home are all things that many individuals in their 60s and beyond enjoy. All decisions, however, must be agreed upon with a partner. What happens if kids dislike taking trips? What if they would rather stick to the same schedule? When you're single, you have complete autonomy to make decisions that make you happy, without seeking approval or making concessions. After 60 years of age, life should be easy, joyful, and stress-free. Every day is yours to create while you're single. No justifications, not guilty, just tranquility. Being by yourself brings a unique type of tranquility. It's liberation from needless emotional burden, not loneliness. When you're 60 and older, your life should be about safeguarding your energy rather than always controlling the feelings of others. Being single frees you from the burden of relationship problems so you can concentrate on your own pleasure. Consider the amount of emotional energy needed for relationships. You can easily be affected by your partner's negative mood. Their routines, beliefs, and even minor daily decisions might cause annoyance. Even the happiest couples eventually experience disagreements, miscommunications, and emotional weariness. However, you have total emotional control when you're single. You are no longer in charge of solving other people's issues, controlling their emotions, or continuously modifying your own feelings in order to keep the peace. Avoiding needless drama is a strong advantage of remaining single. There will inevitably be arguments when people live together. Even seemingly little issues, such as what to watch on TV, how to spend money, or even how to perform housework, can escalate into long-term disputes. These minor arguments add up over time, causing stress that can be detrimental to your physical and emotional well-being. You remove a significant cause of stress and emotional strain when you are single. Then there is the issue of independence and personal space. Numerous individuals beyond 60 have already dedicated decades to caring for others, sustaining relationships, and raising kids. Enjoy your alone time now without feeling pressured to live up to anyone's expectations. You can embrace the peaceful comfort of solitude, spend your evenings however you like, and arrange your house however you like. You don't have to share your own space, explain yourself, or adapt to someone else's way of life. You can now live your life as you see fit, not to mention the significance of self-discovery and emotional healing. Many people bring emotional scars from their past into relationships, whether they be from challenging situations, previous marriages, or childhood. You have more time and space to concentrate on mending while you're single. You can travel, read, meditate, take up new hobbies, or just take in life's peaceful moments without interruption. In ways that a relationship frequently does not, being single enables you to rediscover who you are. Peace is more valuable than friendship at this point in life. You are choosing emotional freedom, personal development, and a life free of needless emotional baggage when you decide to be single. One of the main things that stresses out relationships is money. You have complete control over your money, spending patterns, and future goals when you're single. You don't have to deal with financial disputes, worry about other people's bills, or defend your decisions. Financial stability is more crucial than ever at age 60 and beyond. Being single gives you the freedom to handle your finances however you see fit, without having to make any concessions. Financial surprises are a common occurrence for older persons who start dating later in life. Perhaps they have children who demand financial support, their partner has overdue bills, or they have costly habits. What was once a straightforward and tranquil life abruptly turns complex. Financial stability can swiftly go, retirement funds can be depleted, and meticulous budgeting might be disturbed. This risk is eliminated when one is unmarried. You can safeguard your financial future and make sure the money you have earned is used prudently. Having complete control over your assets and inheritance is another important advantage of remaining single. Many older persons are concerned about what will happen to their personal things, property, or money when they die. You have more freedom to make a well-defined estate plan when you're single. Whether it's personal friends, family, or charitable organizations, you get to choose who gets what. There is no concern about disagreements, unforeseen adjustments, or financial exploitation by a spouse. Then there's the straightforward freedom to spend your money as you see fit. Many couples quarrel about where to invest, how much to save, or how to budget. Perhaps one partner wants to take a trip, but the other would rather keep expenses to a minimum. These distinctions may cause tension and animosity. However, you have complete control over all financial decisions when you're single. Without requesting permission or defending your decisions, you can support organizations that are important to you, take that ideal vacation, or purchase something unique for yourself. Lastly, there is a profound sense of tranquility that comes with financial independence. You don't need to be concerned about your future being impacted by your partner's bad financial choices. You don't need to worry about joint spending, unpaid invoices, or unforeseen expenses. Rather, you can spend your hard-earned money in ways that bring you delight, knowing that every dollar is being used to its fullest potential. Remaining single entails maintaining control over your finances, future, and well-being. One of the most essential things we may have as we age is peace of mind. Being emotionally free to live your life as you see fit, free from needless stress, disagreements, or compromises, is what it means to remain single after 60. Relationships can occasionally bring more stress, anxiety, and emotional weariness than tranquility. Despite the common misconception that being in a relationship usually results in happiness, avoiding toxic or depleting relationships is one of the main advantages of remaining single. Some partners bring hostility, control, or emotional baggage. Others bring love and support. You've probably learned a lot from previous relationships at this point in your life, and you are aware of what makes you happy and what doesn't. Being single enables you to safeguard your energy, be in the company of individuals who genuinely inspire you, and stay away from stressful situations. Who is allowed to be in your life and who is not is up to you. Having complete control over your everyday surroundings is another crucial component. Relationships frequently include ongoing adaptations, such as letting go of regular routines, accommodating the habits of others, and adjusting to lifestyle variations. However, your house is a location of security, comfort, and tranquility when you're single. You may arrange your day any way you like, get up whenever you choose, and design a room that accurately captures your requirements and individuality. Dealing with someone else's mood swings or arguing about decisions made in the home are unnecessary. Your house is still your haven. Another significant benefit of remaining single is emotional independence. True contentment comes from within, although many people look to their spouses for approval, encouragement, or enjoyment. You don't need someone else to complete you when you are emotionally independent. You can focus on personal development, embrace your own business, and cultivate a strong sense of self. Exploring their passions, engaging in mindfulness exercises, or just appreciating the beauty of life without emotional complexities are ways that many single individuals find great contentment. Lastly, avoiding the emotional strain of possible loss is another benefit of remaining single. Relationships carry the risk of loss, disease, or grief, particularly as people age. Losing a spouse is a painful experience for many older folks who get married again or start new relationships. Although it might be consoling, companionship carries emotional concerns. By remaining single, you build a life in which contentment, stability, and serenity originate yourself rather than from outside forces. The ability to live your life as you see fit is one of the best benefits of remaining alone after 60. Many people think that being in a relationship is the key to happiness, but for some people, having complete autonomy, the freedom to choose, and the room to enjoy life without compromising are the actual sources of happiness. When you're single, you have complete control over your life and can pursue your passions without worrying about what other people think or expect. Having complete control over your schedule is one of the most freeing things about being single. Time is frequently shared in relationships. Weekends, holidays, everyday plans, and even minor routines must be modified to make room for the other person. You can travel whenever you want, wake up whenever you want, and spend your time whatever you like when you're single. To maintain harmony, you don't have to compromise your desires, explain your goals, or adapt to someone else's timetable. You can genuinely concentrate on what brings you joy when you have this degree of independence. Being able to handle your finances on your own is a significant plus. One of the most frequent sources of marital stress is money, which can lead to arguments about priorities, spending, and saving. You have total control over your spending, investing, and budgeting when you're single. Financial practices that don't fit your objectives, unforeseen costs, or a partner's debts aren't concerns for you. You maintain control over your financial future, providing you stability and peace of mind. Being alone also gives you the freedom to follow your own goals. Nothing can stop you from taking up a new interest, returning to school, exploring the world, or just spending quiet days at home. Compromise is often necessary in relationships, but while you're single, your dreams don't have to be sacrificed. You are capable of taking risks, embracing novel experiences, and living life fully for yourself. Last but not least, remaining single enables you to develop close and meaningful relationships with the people who are most important to you. Strong friendships, deep family ties, and participating in community activities bring satisfaction to many older persons. You have more time to cultivate these relationships without the pressures of a relationship, leading to a happy existence that is full of love, support, and companionship on your terms. The ability to live freely, purposefully, and truly is what brings true happiness, not a romantic relationship. Living after 60 is about embracing what makes you happy, not about conforming to social norms. The truth is that remaining single can bring freedom, tranquility, and a greater sense of self-fulfillment. Many people think that being in a relationship is essential to living a successful life. Being single isn't about avoiding love or company. Rather, it's about realizing that your happiness, well-being, and personal development are more important than just being with someone. You have complete control over your life when you're single. You own all of your time, choices, money, and daily schedule. You don't have to change your life to satisfy the demands or expectations of other people. You are unrestricted in your ability to travel, explore, and find new interests. One important aspect of independence that many people ignore is the freedom to decide how to spend your time when you wake up each day. Beyond independence, remaining single can safeguard your personal space, lower stress, and enhance emotional health. Mental and physical health can be negatively impacted by toxic relationships, financial disputes, and emotional confrontations. By deciding to be independent, you eliminate needless tension and experience the calm that comes from living life as you see fit. Your happiness is something you make for yourself. It is not reliant on a spouse. Above all, being single does not equate to loneliness. You can establish close, meaningful bonds with your family, friends, and neighbors. Relationships based on respect for one another and common experiences outside of romance can occasionally be the most gratifying. Love and connection can take many different forms, because life is too short to accept anything other than genuine happiness. Staying single is just as legitimate and as lovely as being in a relationship if it allows you to feel free, happy, and at peace.